Welcome to Spotlight. I'm Terry Harrington, and I'll be speaking with Andrew Kercher. Today's show is sponsored by the Women's Life Insurance Society. Andrew, here we are in fall. I know you had an exciting summer, but boy, you've got an exciting fall coming up at museums too, don't you?
We do. So our hours have changed a little bit, with the seasons. I always like to claim, when you're in the historical museum field, that like summer now belongs to us. It's in the history books. We've put a claim on it, but fall is my favorite season of the year. We do dial back our hours a little bit at our satellite sites. So that is the Huron Lightship, the Thomas Edison Deep on the Lighthouse. Those are now open on weekends, and they will be basically through December. And then the Carnegie Center is open Wednesday through Sunday. But everybody maintains the same hours. It's always still 10 to 5 when they're open. We see, kids are back in school, a little bit less, family vacations. They're traveling on weekends now, so we try and take advantage of that.
But you got a big event coming up, HOPStoberfest.
Yes.
Tell us about this one.
Just because our hours dial back does not mean we dial back in our programming, things. We have all sorts of different things, and HOPStoberfest is one of my favorites because this is an event that a lot of people might remember. The name sounds really familiar. We were just talking that the museum used to have an event called HOPToberfest. The idea was kind of like a frog, and you hopped between the museum sites, and it was fun, worked, ran its course. And when I started the museum in 2019, I said, we got to revamp this exhibit. And good good museums create their own programs. Great museums steal. They look at what is else successful elsewhere, in the state. And we said we've seen a number of museums do a beer tasting. So HOPToberfest quickly became HOPStoberfest, and it's a beer tasting at the Carnegie. And it cannot be more simple. A lot of our advertising, we just say, museums plus beer equals fun. You can't beat a formula that simple.
Sure, right. Now there's something unique about this in that you got your own beer that's featured in this, right?
Yeah, so every year, starting with our first year, we actually were working with Harson's Island Brewery, which is, sadly no longer in operation, but we had a custom beer that you couldn't get anywhere else. We brought in beer from all over the state. We like to focus on Michigan beers and bring in stuff that we know people like, bring in stuff that maybe they haven't tried. It is like a beer tasting, so you get to sample a bunch of things. And we said, what would be cool is if you could sample something that you couldn't get anywhere else. This is it. HOPStoberfest is the only place you can get that. And we've done that a few times now, and we've celebrated some anniversaries in the area. So in the past, we had Omar D. Conger. It was a look at the man, the ship, and the beer. So that was a fun one for last year. Before that, we celebrated the Edison Light Beer for the 125th anniversary of Edison and the electric light. But this year, we couldn't resist. We had a pretty big exhibit over the summer on the Port Huron Yacht Club's 100th anniversary. So they're celebrating 100 years old. Figures we got one more thing to plug in there. So we have 3 Sheets to the Wind beer celebrating the PHYC. So I think it works out well if you know them. They like to sail. A lot of them also like their beer. So we're hoping that they'll enjoy that. We enjoy that. Another fun way to celebrate one of the really cool legacies we have in our area.
Well, I was going to say Port Huron's got a pretty good reputation, doesn't it? Especially with Prohibition and everything that you featured this summer with that program. And now of course you've got your HOPSfest.
It's true. Port Huron has had a number of different breweries over the years, and it's really cool. We're working with Gene Anderson and the Black and Blue Brewery, which is kind of run out of Wings, etc. Right there, he's got that entire Quay Street experience with bootleggers and now moon cursors in the basement there. There's just so much going on in that block, but he has this local brewery that's literally just a couple blocks away from the museum, so it's really cool that we're working with him again to bring out this new beer. And like I said, there's going to be beers from all over. I know Warwater from St. Clair is sending up a number of beers, as well as some hard ciders and some seltzers. So even if beer is not exactly your jam, there's going to be something for everyone. One of the things I'm really excited about is it's not only just beer, it's kind of a big party, and what's a party without music? Sure. This year we have Los Gringos is going to be playing. So I know they have quite a following. I'm really excited that we were able to score such a cool band to provide the music that night. Some food trucks, so you got food, you got beer, you got music. It's
doesn't
all
get
in the
any
museum.
better than that, right?
Right, that's all the elements you need for a really fun night.
Kind of like a unique Port Huron Oktoberfest, isn't it?
Absolutely. So
give us the details again. When, where, do people need to purchase tickets ahead of time?
Yeah, so it really helps if you do. We will, of course, we won't turn people away at the door, but October 6th, it's Friday night, it's gonna be a lot of fun. You can get your tickets online. You can call the museum and get your tickets. The tickets get you not only admission to the event, but you're getting some of the sample tickets, and you can buy more sample tickets that night at the program. You can buy them from our Eventbrite, which you can find that from our website, porthuronmuseums.org, or right on our Facebook page. We try and make it as easy as possible to find us and get those tickets. As few barriers between you and the fun beer night as possible.
There you go. But HOPStoberfest, just itself has got a pretty unique name.
HOPStoberfest, yeah. So it was a great way to turn something, like I said, that we did for many years with hop, and you throw that S in there, and all of a sudden it's a beer tasting. HOPStoberfest.
Sure.
So.
Well, Andy, you just keep it going. I appreciate what you do for the museum and just keeping our history alive here in Port Huron.
Absolutely. So hopefully we'll see you there.
Sounds good. All righty. And we want to thank you for joining us on Spotlight.